Hello, this is Maribel from Learning in Wonderland. I wanted to make a video to show you how to use my templates that are editable in PowerPoint. Before we get started, I just wanted to tell you that I do have a blog post called Lightbox Tips, Tricks, and Ideas that you can refer to, and it has lots of tips on where to get the box, information about the box itself, some goodies that you can get with it, some samples of what I've done with it, transparency versus vellum tips and tricks. Okay, down here you'll find some ideas on how to use it in the classroom, and there's tons of ideas. There's lots of ways that you can use this. A little freebie that you can use on your own if you want to try them out first. And then this is what my designs look like. So I'll go ahead and get out of here right now. And let me show you how to go ahead and layer your clip art along the 3 slides right here. I did go with 3 because when I put all 3 on one, I noticed that some of it was going over the edges, and the prints were not fitting exactly how I wanted them to fit into the box. So I did end up splitting them into 3 different rows and onto 2 slides. So let's go ahead and get started. This is a pretty simple way to do it. So what you're going to do first of all is you're going to get all the boxes onto one slide. So we're going to go over here. I saved all of my images. Oh, sorry, I was testing something out and I skipped a step for you. So when you get it, when you get the image in the PowerPoint, you're going to see it like this. You're going to click on it, you're going to crop it, and you're going to crop it all the way down to as close as you can get to that edge right there. Come over here, crop it up a little bit, all the way right about there. Click out of it, and now you have that one row ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and cut it. Go to the first one, and we're going to paste it. Copy, no, paste, there you go. You're going to slide it all the way down, and do you see how you can see through it? So you can see where that this line is going to end up. If you move it around, you can see where it's going to go. So I'm going to drag it. I'm going to use it to go ahead and line it up to the bottom of those 2 slides right there. So you can see right there, they're exactly where they need to be. They're meeting up, they're touching right there. I'll let it go right there. And now you have the 3 slides on one slide. So now I'm going to get this cute little girl from Melonheads, my favorite clip artist. She pretty much fits exactly how we need her to fit. When you're making your designs, be careful not to put them too close to the edges because it will cut a little bit right here because printers can't go all the way to the edges. So make sure you leave a little bit of space on the side here. It's especially important if it's like cutting off a face. You don't want that to happen. So I will put some on the edge because if it cuts off a tiny bit of her hair right here and her shoes, it's not a big deal. So if you have text that's smaller or you have more room for it, you can have her all the way, into the actual slide. But if you don't have much room, you can just go ahead and crop it down, just like I did like up here. I put the images all the way to the side. So there she is. Now this is where the magic happens. It's so easy. So I have her exactly where I want her. I'm going to go ahead and click on the slide over here itself. I'm going to copy it. Then I'm going to paste it. Okay. Now you're going to go ahead and go to the first slide. I'm going to click on her, crop, and I'll go right up to the edge. Now she's been cut exactly where I need her to be cut, and she's going to fit perfectly in the slides. I can go ahead and get rid of this one now because you have it down here. So now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to click on her, crop it, trim all the way down, and there you go. And I just move her up so that when we print, it's actually on the image. If I left it down here, it would cut off. So I just make sure I put it somewhere in the middle of the page. Doesn't really matter where, as long as it's inside of it. And there you have it. With text, you just go ahead and create your text boxes and type away on it. I try my best not to go ahead and cut words themselves or letters, just because they end up looking kind of weird when they've been cut. If I do cut letters, it might just be like one or two letters in the whole thing. But if it's like one giant word, well, if it's one giant word, it would be fine. But if it's like one larger word, but it's split, if it's like a cursive font or something, it just ends up looking really strange. So I try to keep the text on 3 different rows. That's pretty much it. That's it for the clip art. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and email me at my direct email or through my Q&A on TPT. You can also reach me through my blog. If you have any questions, go ahead and send me an email and I will be happy to help you out. Thank you. Goodbye.